Welcome to online learning prepared by Teacher Edward James from Batumsok sa 5 Anuban Taksin Bankay International School. My name is Teacher Edward and I am your speaker for today. Let's have a quick review on what we studied last time before we are going to proceed to our lesson for today. Last time we studied about diagram of forces. Like this picture, you can see a little girl is pushing the cart going to the right and the boy is pulling the same direction. But there are some unseen forces also in this picture. Okay? How many forces will there be? Okay, there should be 5 forces acting on this object. We have the gravity, we have the normal force, which is the opposite of gravity, and we have also the friction and the force from the girl and the force from the boy. So all in all, there are 5 forces, like the one you can see in the picture B. All right. Now what about this? How many forces can you see? Okay, we can simply count how many arrows there are, and then we can say that there are 4 forces acting on this certain object. Okay, now for our lesson today, we are going to draw forces diagram. First, we are going to identify the magnitude of force through a diagram. We will also identify the direction of forces in a diagram, and we are going to study what does an arrowhead symbolizes in a diagram and how to draw simple forces on a diagram. Are you ready? Okay, now let's go to our vocabulary words. The first word is horizontal. Can you read it with me? Horizontal. Good job. Number 2, vertical. Vertical. Number 3, magnitude. Say it louder. Magnitude. Okay. Number 4, direction. Direction. Number 5, speed. Can you say it louder? Speed. And the last word for today is velocity. Velocity. The first word is horizontal. Horizontal means parallel to the plane of the horizon. It is also right angles to the vertical. Okay? So we are going to study horizontal and vertical lines today. The one you can see in the picture, these are horizontal lines. We can say from left to the right, or side to side, or something like that. If it's like going in this way, in this direction, it's either going to the left, going to the right. We call it horizontal lines. The next word is vertical. It is at right angles to a horizontal plane in a direction, or having an alignment such as the top is directly above the bottom. So you can see, like if you see an arrow going up or arrow going down, okay, or a simple line, we call it vertical lines. Okay, from if you see a line from top to bottom, okay, so if it's the arrow is upward or downward, we call it vertical. The next word here is the word magnitude. Magnitude shows how strong the force is. Since the force is measured through newtons, we can say the magnitude of the force is 5 newton. So that is the magnitude. The force of the the magnitude of the force is 5 newton. So 5 newton, 10 newton, those are magnitude of the force. The next word is the word direction. Direction is the direction of a vector is often expressed as an angle of rotation of the vector around its tail from the east, west, north, or south. So we can see in this picture, like for example, Teacher Edward is at the school and I want to go to Jordan's house. Where will I go? Okay, so you can answer, Teacher Edward needs to walk eastward or going to the east so that you can reach Jordan's house. Okay, so that is direction. The next word is speed. Speed is the rate at which someone or something is able to move or operate. For example, the car is traveling at a speed of 20 miles per second. So the 20 miles per second is the speed of the vehicle. When you are running, you have your speed. Also, when you ride a bike, there is a certain speed as well. Okay, the next word is velocity. Okay, velocity is speed in a given direction. So here we can see that the car is traveling at a velocity of 20 miles per second east. So the additional word east identify the direction where the car is going. So that is velocity already. If there is a speed and there is also a direction, 20 miles per second, that is velocity. 20 miles per second east. If there is no east, that is only speed. Okay, now time for our vocabulary exercise. I want you to pause the video and answer these double puzzles. Okay, so each number here have a number, and I want all the letters in this number. I want you to write or to put the letters here, and let's see if you can decode the secret message here. I want you to pause the video right now and I want you to answer this puzzle. Okay? Force arrows and how to draw them. Okay, before we are going to practice drawing arrows, we need to know that arrows or forced arrows represent both the magnitude and direction of forces. The length of the arrow corresponds to the magnitude. If the arrow is very long, it means that is a very strong force. If the arrow is very short, it means the force is very weak. Okay, so the length of the arrow corresponds to the magnitude. The direction of the arrow corresponds to the direction that the force is being exerted. So if the arrow is going to the left, okay, if the arrow is going to the left, the arrowhead is pointing to the left, it means the force is going to the left. If the arrowhead is pointing upward, okay, it means that the arrow or the force is going upward. So very easy, no, to understand. Now, I want you to get your ruler and let's try to practice drawing some of these things. Okay, so in your ruler you have 1 centimeter, right? You can see like 1 centimeter, and you have in inches as well. So it is up to you if you want to say like 1 centimeter is equal to 1 Newton, or it can be 1 centimeter is equal to 10 Newton, or 1 centimeter is equal to 100 Newton, or it can be if the newtons is very high, for example 100, 200, 300 newtons, you can say like 1 inches is equal to 100 Newton. Can be like that. Okay, now let's try. Okay, in the engineers, when they draw these arrow forces, they need to have, or they need to be very accurate, because these arrowheads or drawing the arrow forces or the force arrows are very important. Now let's practice. Here, a stone is thrown horizontally toward the right from a boat and lands in the sea, where it sinks. Which of the following is the correct free body diagram for the forces that act on the stone a very short time after it passes below the surface of the water? Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures or 5 diagrams here, which one do you think is the correct answer? Alright, the correct answer is this one, because it says from a boat it was thrown to the right, okay, and it lands in the sea where it sinks. It means it goes down. Alright, what about this one? 10 Newton. I want you to pause this video and I want you to draw this one in your notebook. The person or the boy with the blue shirt, you can write in a diagram like a square or rectangle, and then I want you to measure 10 centimeter going to the left. Okay, use your ruler to measure 10 centimeter to the left and 6 centimeter to the right. Okay, because that is the equivalent. 1 Newton is equal to 1 centimeter. Okay, so if you're done, your answer should be like this. 10 centimeter to the left is longer compared to the 6 centimeter to the right. Alright, now let's proceed to the next one. Let's try another example. This time I want you to write it again in your notebook. So here, 3 newtons to the left and 4 newtons to the right. I want you to pause the video and draw this in your notebook. Okay, so I put the 3 blue squares here, okay, so that I will not reveal the answers on how long these arrows are. Okay, for our last example, we have 400 Newton to the right and 300 Newton to the left. So the answer here should be like this. Okay, so I hope you understand our lesson today. We will not have a Google form today. Instead, we are going to answer your book page 92 and 93. Okay, and after you finish that, please find the line album that I uploaded, and then you upload your pictures there with the correct answers as well. Okay, so goodbye everybody, and enjoy the rest of the day. God bless. Thank you for coming. Always be safe and see you again next time. Bye, yours.